We're so close to the end, just one more episode left. Hello, I'm Dejah Gwen.
And I'm Gwen Good. Now look who's decided to take a week off. You're watching LaSalle's home for the Explorers Athletics, SportsLine.
Welcome to SportsLine. We're back to bring you the LaSalle sports you know, love, and missed.
And later, I go on the sidelines with a member of the acrobatics and tumbling team.
But first, let's take a look at our SportsLine top 3.
Number 1, from the women's track and field team, Jordan Gore has done it again, breaking the 100-meter school record the second time this season in a time of 11.81 seconds.
Number 2, the captains for this year's women rowing team is Lily Shearer, Madeline Wanzer, and Veronica Brewer.
Number 3, the NovaCare Student Athlete of the Week, with no surprise, is from the LaSalle women's track team, Jordan Gore.
That's it for the top 3. Now let's see how our teams did in this week's recaps. Sophomore Peyton Hawkey of the men's golf has got his third hole and won the past year at the Tullamore Country Club Hole 4. The men's golf team swept the A10 Golf Awards. Freshman Kyle Vertsky was awarded the A10 Rookie of the Week, while junior Gavin Dushk was named Golfer of the Week.
The LaSalle track and field team competed close to home this weekend at the Paul Donahue Invite, a two-day meet hosted by Widener University in southeastern Pennsylvania. On the men's side, freshman Kenji Samuel placed 6th in the long jump with a mark of 6.73 meters. Sophomore Ricky Lee ran 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the mile to finish 8th, while junior Melder took 12th in the 1500 with a time of 3 minutes and 58 seconds. In the 800, sophomore Evan Diaz finished 9th in a minute and 54.31 seconds, and freshman Caleb Johnson also added a 9th place finish in the 400-meter hurdles. For the women's, sophomore Jordan Gore continued her impressive form, setting a program record in the 100 meters with a time of 11.81 seconds to place 3rd. Sophomore Aduga Alonso finished 9th in the 100-meter hurdles, while sophomore Havana Gordon took 7th in the 400 meters. Senior Lexi Rivard placed 6th in the 1500 with a personal best time of 4 minutes and 28 seconds, and senior Ella Varello finished 9th in the 5K with another personal best time of 17 minutes and 53 seconds. Freshman Felisa Morris earned a 3rd place finish in the triple jump with a mark of 11.47 meters. In the relays, the 4x100 meter, a team of Alonzo Gore, freshman Carlene Leon, and sophomore Mariana Logan finished 4th with a time of 48.07 seconds.
LaSalle baseball took on Fordham University on Friday. Fordham started off strong, and within the second inning, Fordham took the lead 5-0, but LaSalle struggled to keep up with a final score of 9-7. On Saturday, LaSalle faced Fordham again, but it went quickly in Fordham's favor. By the 3rd inning, it was 7-2 Fordham. In the 7th, LaSalle shot a solo home run by Chase Swang. The Explorers couldn't keep up with the momentum, with the final score being 10-3.
I watched the baseball game, because we can start about that one then.
The one yesterday?
No, this was the weekend.
Oh, this one?
The long one, the Fordham one. It was really hot. Like, I have no idea how they did it. I was sitting there sweating. And then they had like a 2-day game. Or was it like, I don't know how they do it. It's like 7 hours of games, I think. I'm not sure. And by the afternoon, it was quite cold. So, yeah, fair play to them to being able to like play in the heat, play for so long, and then play in the cold.
A shock, yeah. I think they're still trying to find their groove, I feel like. Even like with yesterday's game was a huge blowout. And right now, I feel like they're just placing players to see where they play best, because I saw Marco was in the outfield yesterday, and he usually doesn't play that position. So I think they're trying to figure out where their strengths and weaknesses are as players. But
well, it's still early days. I feel like they still got a lot of games to come. Yeah. Even though the school year is coming to an end, they still have a few lined up.
Yeah. School year's at the end.
Yeah, we're ready.
Maybe next year they'll push through.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good momentum. They've got some wins and losses. Like, you can't take the wins without the losses, so they'll probably
Right.
learn a lot from that.
Yeah, and they're a new program, so they're doing pretty good to just
Yeah,
come up from the
definitely.
bottom.
And then track and field, another impressive run by Jordan. On fire. She's going again in Penn Relays, so I'm very excited to see how they do.
Yeah. What event is she running for Penn Relays?
They've sent the 4x100, so they
Oh, wow.
qualified, which is really good.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So Dom, the coach, is doing such a good job with them.
Yeah,
He's
he
recruited
is.
a lot of people. So
Yeah, I
we'll
saw
see.
a lot of the girls running out today. I was like, oh, our
they're
team's
getting
getting
ready.
bigger.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's really big. So
Come
nice,
from
nice.
such a long way.
And then
And then
with
we
golf
have-
coming to an end, the Gavin, we've spoken about Gavin last year as well. He's such a good player. He's so consistent, and now he's a junior. So, yeah, we're excited to see, and he's done such a good job in the A10. So I'm happy that he got awarded, and one of them got awarded Rookie of the Week. So
Yep.
really
And then we
good.
have the new captains here for rowing.
Yeah.
That
a lot of
happened quick.
seniors. Pardon?
That happened so quick.
Yeah, I know. I think
Rowing's finally
I'm not too
over.
sure how they do it, but I think it's a not popularity vote, but it's amongst the team. And those three, we've always named them in the varsity 8 vote, so they're
Yeah.
good. They're good people outside of the team as well. They're very involved in athletics, not just in rowing.
Yeah, and they practice from the beginning of the year to the end of the like it's just
Yeah.
nonstop with them rowing.
Definitely.
They're always out there at the Schuylkill River.
I know, yeah, I know. In the heat and in the wind and cold.
Freezing cold early in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
I know. I get out of bed and I start my run, and they're just coming back from on the bus. I'm like, what time did you wake up?
Yeah, they're up at like 5 in the morning. I don't know how they
know.
do it. It's crazy.
Crazy. Awesome. Right. So, LaSalle women's lacrosse fell 19-9 to St. Bonaventure on Saturday afternoon at McCarthy Stadium as the Explorers hosted Alumni Appreciation and Lacrosse Out Cancer Day. Senior attacker Emmy Waldron and freshman midfielder Delaney Staples led the way with 2 goals each. Waldron made 10 shots, recording her 10th multi-goal game of the season and bringing her total to 38 goals. Staples matched her career high with 2 goals. Senior goalkeeper Mary Babbage added 11 saves in net, tying her 4th highest total this season. Kate Liccardi and Molly Maloney, Kyla Norris and Ori Mullis and Sam Klein each contributed a goal, with Klein reaching a new career best of 18 on the season. The Bonnies set the tone early, but LaSalle kept it close throughout the first half. After trading goals in the opening quarter, St. Bonaventure held a 4-3 lead. Goals from Staples, Liccardi and Maloney kept the Explorers within reach, and LaSalle cut the deficit to 6-5 in the second quarter, following scores from Staples and Waldron. However, a late goal sent the Bonnies into half-time with an 8-5 advantage. In the second half, St. Bonaventure pulled away, outscoring LaSalle 11-4 over the final 2 quarters. Unfortunately, the Explorers were unable to slow the Bonnies' offence as they continued to control the game and secure the win.
The LaSalle women's rowing team got a clean sweep against Loyola Saturday, with all 4 boats taking a victory. The varsity 8+ led the way, finishing with 6 minutes and 48 seconds. Coxswain, Natalie Blown, Stroke, Madison Hazinski, Lily Shearer, Bridget McGunnan, Alexa Kennedy, Colbury Albermeyer, Madeline Wanzer, and Janine Phillips all worked together for the win. The other boats matches the strong showing, with the 2 varsity 8+ finishing at 7 minutes and 9 seconds. The varsity 4+ with 7 minutes and 41 seconds, and finally the 2 varsity 4+ with 8 minutes and 27 seconds.
The women's golf team went to the A10 Women's Golf Championships. In the tournament, the Explorers are in 6th with a total of plus 153. In round 1, the Explorers scored plus 95, while in the second round, they scored plus 58. Because everything's coming to an end, so
Yeah.
it's all wrapping up.
End, though.
Positive end, yeah.
For rowing.
we just spoke about the captains. Obviously, Summons, they're doing a good job already.
Yeah.
Clean sweep against Loyola, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Really, really good.
It's nice to see the rowing girls doing good.
And then lacrosse, unfortunately, yeah, they did lose again, but they've got some scores on the board. It's never too bad to have some goals and some saves, you know. Unfortunately, not a what's it called when they have no goals against? I don't know, but yeah, Mary's still good. Maybe if the goalie wasn't as good, it would have been a lot higher.
Well, at least they're having a better season than they did last season, so that's all you could look for lacrosse. But they are improving, and I know they're getting a bunch of new girls for next season. So
yeah, a lot of graduating.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year we've seen a lot of I think we're in the building era of Salle, where we've had new teams coming in, new coaches coming in for lacrosse, for example, for field hockey. So yeah, I think maybe the next few years. Sadly, after you graduate, we'll get good again.
Bring home some championships.
Maybe, who knows?
Well, you're still good. Wow.
Yeah, well, the team's good. The cross-country team is good, consistent.
Yeah.
But then on the golf side, I think they're still going until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in Florida, so they're not in the rain like us right now.
Yeah, nice weather.
Yeah.
It's hard to golf when there's winds and rains coming.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's exciting. We'll see next few days how everyone gets along.
Yeah, for lacrosse.
I think,
I'm excited to see how they go. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Gwen will learn the finer points of acrobatics with Jane Baritza.
Fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank you.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. That I know what you're going through. I know things aren't easy, but you still show up. I wonder if you know that we can get help. That we don't have to go through this alone. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
When the game is on the line, championship teams know the game plan. They communicate and work together to win. We all need a game plan to protect ourselves online. Talk to family and friends so they know how to stay safe too. Create strong passwords, turn on multi-factor authentication, update software, and recognize and report phishing, because online safety is not something you want to fumble. Get more game-winning tips at cisa.gov/secure-our-world. Then share them with family and friends.
Welcome to On the Sidelines. Today we have Jane Batista from the Acro and Tumbling team. Thank you, Jane, for joining.
Of course, thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, all good. So I'm new to Acro and Tumbling, so is yourself.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit of what it is and why it's new for you, even though you do it at a high level right now?
Okay, so I started competitive cheerleading when I was 2 years old, and I was kind of burnt out by that by the time I got to right before committing to college. And I kind of wanted something new. I didn't really want to cheer in college because it was boring. It's the same thing. And I remember I started getting offers from acro schools, and I was like, what really even is that? And it's obviously, I can't really explain. It's easier to just watch and like go through it, but it's basically like a series of events and you go against another team. So it's like your team goes first, depending on where you are, and your team will go first, and then the other team will go, and then you'll go, there's different events, and you'll go through it, and then the judges, the officials, they'll score who does it better, and it's based on like cleanliness and difficulty, and it's just who's better.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah.
So what's the difference between acro and cheerleading then?
So acrobatics is a combination of gymnastics and cheer.
Oh.
So yeah, you come from all different backgrounds. You come from diving, gymnastics, cheer, competitive cheer, basically whatever. It's very easy to teach, I think. You come from strength training and like powerlifting backgrounds.
So everyone's kind of welcome.
Yes, I kind of like it because obviously LaSalle, it was an inaugural team this year, and mainly I think we had 25 freshmen on our team, so everybody was learning together at the start, and it's like everyone's coming from all these different backgrounds and you're all starting at square one, so we kind of work and build together.
Nice. And then everyone, there's like 3 different distinct roles, the base, the top, and the tumbler.
Yes.
What is each one of those then?
So I'm a base, and that's the people that lift up. And then we have the top girl, that's the person that's on the top and is doing all the tricks. And then we have mid-levels, that's like, so if we're building a pyramid, the base would be at the bottom, the mid-level would be at the mid-level, and then the top girl's on top. And then we do have the tumbler, so a few people on my team, they don't do the acros and they're based off of tumbling. They carry us in tumbling, and then also vice versa.
So you need all of them, like all the fundamentals to
Yes.
have it work kind of thing. And then did the training differ then with the different roles?
Everyone pretty much trains together. I know that tops usually sometimes lift lighter than the bases because they don't really need to lift anyone, but everyone kind of trains the same.
Nice. What kind of training do you guys do?
We do conditioning on the off season, and then we lift 2 to 3 times a week, and when we're in season, we lift 2 times a week, and then we practice pretty much 5 to 6 days a week.
And that's like on the mat doing
Yes.
tricks and stuff. Wow. So how has the season been so far?
It's been awesome. I'm really glad that I made the transition and took a chance on doing acro because I feel like there's so many times where I was thinking maybe this isn't for me, but I'm glad that I stuck it out because I really did like it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with my choice, especially at LaSalle.
Do you like the team?
Yes, I think teammates are part of the reason that keeps me here. I really like being on the team because it's such a small school at LaSalle that like I have 30 friends already coming into the school, especially as a freshman in the same position as me, missing home and feeling homesick. And I feel like no matter where I'm going on campus, there's always a friend. Like I'll run into like at least 5 of my teammates on the way just from my dorm to class.
Wow. And like there's a nice dynamic, everyone's supportive.
Yes.
Awesome. And then the season's coming to an end right now, hasn't it?
Yes, our last meet was at Duquesne.
Wow.
I believe it was April 9th,
Nice.
I believe. Yes.
So what went well this season, would you say, and then what could you improve on for next year?
I think that everybody came together. Like, I feel like in sports teams, sometimes you're like earlier in the season, you're like, I don't know if this is going to work, especially everyone being in our situation, everybody learning a new sport. I think everyone just came together at the end and like realized, like obviously we were nervous our first meet because nobody's ever done it before, but everybody really came together. And I think that went well. I think our bond as a team has grown throughout the season. I think, obviously just get better. Obviously just with more, you get better with more experience. So I think we'll be even better next year than we were this year.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a little bit of like improvement in such a short time. When I went to see, because you guys had an open practice.
Yes.
And then a few weeks later you had a competition at home. And I went to both because I had no idea what was going on. I was just very intrigued and curious, and seeing you guys progress has been so cool to see.
I know, seeing definitely from the start. So after Duquesne, our coach was sending pictures and videos in the group chat from like our first day doing acro.
Wow.
And it's like, it's crazy to see how far we've come in just a few short months. Like I think 5-6 months, like it's insane.
Yeah, especially with the new team. Like trying to build like a team from the ground up has been so successful.
Yes, I think my coach did a very good job at that.
Yeah, what's your coach like?
She's awesome. She's definitely one of the best coaches I've ever had.
Really?
She's very like nurturing. She's very like more about how you are as well-being other than just how you perform, and I really like that in her. I think she did a really good job recruiting people, and she did not even just about the skills. She really like took the time to see everyone's character and see how they would mesh well on the team. And so I'm injured right now. I have a concussion, and she's been checking up on me almost every single day since then. Even though the season's over, she's been saying, how are you doing? How's your head? Like, and I think that's very caring because I feel like most coaches, especially at this level, they really just care about what you put out on the floor, not really about your mental well-being.
Yeah, I definitely say on my part as well, my coach is very much they care about you as a person before as an athlete. Like they want you
Yes.
to be happy and healthy before you even step on the line and race, kind of thing.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your injury then. You had a concussion. That seems quite serious.
Yeah, so this is my second concussion in 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were at practice. It was like 2 days before Duquesne, and we were just kind of like putting up the finishing touches. In Duquesne, they're ranked number 9. So we were going to have to put up a good fight against them.
Where are you guys ranked?
We, in preseason polls, we were ranked number 15 as the highest first-year program in the nation.
Wow.
So that was awesome.
Congrats.
That definitely like made us work a lot harder because some teams that were established already weren't on the rankings and they were upset about that. So I think it just made us work way harder. So Duquesne, they're really good. So we were trying to put the finishing touches together, and we ended up doing a toss, and that's when the top girl goes up and does a flip, and I ended up getting hit in the face. So yeah, I'm recovering from my concussion right now, but I still went to Duquesne and supported my team, and I was happy to be there with them.
So do you think there's a lot of injuries in acro?
Yes, I think that we're one of the most high-risk sports, just because there's a lot going on at once, and people learning and trying new things.
I kind of guess it comes with the sport. Of
Yes.
Like, especially when it's new for you guys, learning to do those tricks and stuff.
Yes.
You get a lot of injuries. You've got good like athletics trainers to help you out. Do they take care of you very well?
Yes, our old athletic trainer just left us. It was very sad, Sasha, and now we have Billy for the rest of the year, but Billy's awesome.
Nice, awesome. And then what would you say for any advice for someone who's thinking of coming to college to do a sport, but not only that, do a sport they've never done before? Would you say take the risk?
I think take the risk because you can always go back. I think that you miss out on things if you don't do them. So I think at least try it out, and I think stick with it for at least a year. Obviously, if it's challenging your mental health and your body, then take a step back. But I think I encourage everyone to just try, because I think that if I kept being closed-minded about it and ended up not playing a sport in college or doing cheer, I would have missed out on so many opportunities.
Nice.
So I think everyone should just try.
So you're gonna keep doing it for your time at LaSalle?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. We'll be back with upcoming games.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly. Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
We live in a country that incarcerates its own people more than any other nation in the world.
The individual can age out of crime. He or she, 9 times out of 10, is no longer thinking like he or she once thought when they were 18. This is a good time to have a second look for everyone. We have 50 years of data that proves to us emphatically that the old way of doing things no longer works.
Dear University of...
Thank you for your offer
to become student ID number 283471.
While I appreciate your desire
for my impeccable academic record,
I must decline the opportunity
to get a generic degree.
I've decided to tell my story.
To be a student,
not a statistic.
I wish you good luck in the future
as I embark on mine.
Welcome back. We have a busy week of Explorers Sports, so here's what you have to look forward to. This Thursday through Saturday, the men's and women's track team will compete at Penn Relays with events starting at 6:30 p.m. On Friday, baseball hits the road to face St. Joe's at 3 p.m. and on Saturday. Men's rowing competes in the Bergen Cup in Philadelphia, while the women's take on the Kelly Cup.
Also on Saturday, women's lacrosse travel to Davidson for a noon matchup, and baseball continues their series against St. Joseph at 1 p.m. with another game Sunday at 1 p.m. Looking ahead, men's golf will compete in the A10 Championship in Orlando, Florida from Monday through Wednesday. And to wrap it up, baseball will host UMBC at 3 p.m. before traveling to face Iona University also at 3 p.m. on Wednesday.
Ooh.
That's a lot of games coming up.
Sure is, but the most important one is the Penn Relays.
I'm excited. Tomorrow we'll see how it goes.
What are you running in?
So I'm doing the steeplechase, 3K steeplechase at 6:50 p.m. But before that, we have a few people in the 1500, then a guy in the steeple, then me in the steeple, then people in the 5K, and then the 10K. So it's a long night. We'll probably be back about midnight, 1 p.m. But that's what we train for.
Yeah.
Like it's long, it's a long day, but if we don't compete, then what are you training for?
You guys don't, when you do that race, you're not running on the track, right? You're running.
No, I'm not on the track.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
For that long?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
It's like 6.
I'm thinking of cross country.
Yeah. That's in the forward girl. But I'm doing 6.5 or 7 laps. 7.5 laps?
Oh
God, I should know this.
You just run.
Yeah,
until you hear the bell.
Yeah,
One lap
and I'm
left.
like, okay.
Hurry up.
But no, I'm excited. Last year I had to sit out this one because I had an injury, so I couldn't even watch it. I remember I went to the city with the girls and I was super mad because I was like, oh, I should be there, should do this.
Yeah.
But that's part of sports. You get injuries along the way.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come and watch you.
Yeah, you do.
And come support you.
Yeah,
cheer you
hopefully come back
on
with some medals.
6 laps. That just about wraps it up for us this week. If you can't make it out to see the Explorers play, be sure to tune in next week for our coverage. Keep up with this weekend's other sporting events by visiting goexplorers.com.
Also, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV and on Instagram at SportsLineLTV. We welcome you to send your thoughts and suggestions there.
From our entire SportsLine team, I'm Dejah Gwen.
And I'm Gwen. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the game.